Okay, this is Coach Des. This is the bonus game. We have the Steelers versus the Broncos. So now, remember, this is just week one data. It doesn't tell a whole lot about the team. I will try to explain as much as I can. So, how the Broncos can beat the Steelers? Well, let's see. Your strong rushing right at 6.88 yards per carry. They give up only 1 yard on the defense, so you're not going to get it there. They don't give up much at all on the run game. So passing yards, you average 9.38 passing right, 8 yards passing the middle, and 7.45 on the left side. What I don't understand is Broncos. Last year, you're still about the same on rushing right, but down the middle and on the left side, you were doing 13 and 10 yards per carry. I don't know what happened over here on this side, but you need somebody to go down the middle for you. You did clean up the sacks because you were averaging almost 3 sacks per game. You cleaned up the interception because you was averaging close to 1 or 0.75, 0.69 really. But you still you just increased in fumbles. 4 fumbles you had last week? Wow. Okay. Looking at the Steelers defense, if I wanted to beat them, I would have to go passing. They give up more yards on the right side, and you can pick up 9 yards per on the right side. So with that being said, I would pass to the right and then run to the right. Okay? So every other option will be passing and running. You're burning up the clock and you're allowing their quarterback to sit on the sideline. As long as he's on the sideline, you should be able to utilize that clock to the best of your ability because they're coming after you. They had 3 sacks last week with 2 interceptions. That's why I think this is going to be a very hard game for you to win. The numbers I have for the Steelers last year didn't involve their quarterback because remember he went out and he was injured the whole season. So these numbers and what I'm presenting to you, and when I look at the pass, is not his numbers. This is his numbers on the other side. So let's see what the Steelers can do and what you give up on off defense that will not allow you to stay in the game. Okay, so defense gives up 6. You increased there because last year you was at 4.55, but you improved on the left side. You're at 3.88 yards. You gave up 5.1 yards last year. 9, 5. It was 10 to 7 down the middle. Wow, who do y'all get? Because last year you was 12.46. Well, again, it's the first game. If you got a middle linebacker or a safety, he's doing his job. That's for sure. That is still the same. Sacks. You got 1 sack, which is no, you dropped because you were averaging 2.6 sacks per game. You're down to 1. Your 1 interception, you're still maintaining that, but no fumbles. So let's look at the Steelers. The Steelers again, their quarterback is back. So last year they were averaging 3 yards per carry here. 5.2 rushing right. You give up 6. They're going to kill you on that right side each time. This 16, that quarterback is averaging 16 yards passing right, 10 yards passing left. You don't give up that much on the right side. So he's going to have problems trying to get that. Down the middle, you give up 3.75. Well, for whatever reason, they don't have a middle game. They have none at all, because .88, you're supposed to have a middle game. You should not be playing the sidelines like this. If you're trying to keep the clock going, you want to play this middle. Okay, again, look at the sacks. You get a sack, they had 2 sacks. And don't be afraid to attack their quarterback. Somebody brought his big butt down. I don't know who, but they brought his big butt down. Don't ever think because he's a giant that he can't be brought down. He falls just like everybody else falls. Go after him. You want to win this game? Go after him. There's also 2 fumbles. 2 sacks, 2 fumbles. You need to do that. But I have bad news for you. I don't see you pulling this out. Based on actually looking at the past scores, you two are really close in knit. But I have to say, their quarterback didn't play last year. Yours did. So, yes, Broncos averaged 22 points per game. Steelers average 23 points per game, but that's based on last year. So I have to say I'm taking the Steelers by 3, and I also say fantasy football players, your wide receivers, quarterback, I will lean towards the Steelers side. Got it? Peace out.